Hey man, say man, what it do, man? It's your boy Mister. My bad for the hiatus, man. A lot of shit been going on. But don't worry, I got some things planned for the channel, you feel me? But I want to tap in real quick to share something. I had a conversation with one of my partners, you feel me? And it led to him talking about how black people need to stick together and rebuild the community. And he brought up Tulsa and a couple of other places, Black Wall Streets. And and it had me thinking. A lot of y'all, missed the point about how these places back then that black people made came to be. And I want to share a very, very unpopular opinion. If you want the black community to rise up and do better and become one again, y'all got to do something that for some reason y'all fighting and not realizing we all we all have been tricked out of position. And when I say that, I mean Tulsa and any other place that we built back then that became successful, that became a mecca for black people, it all started in one place only, and that was the church. Whether you like it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, facts are facts. If you go to any black community back then and look up what was the most powerful entity in that community, it was the church. It wasn't the bank. It wasn't the jobs these people had. It was that church where everybody used to gather, come together, and fellowship. The church back then used to create and mold and shape what we would call successful black people. Look at what they built. Look at what our great grandparents did. And all that can be rooted from them going to church. Now, I ain't one to just, the truth is what it is, man. We can all deny it, but we've been tricked out of not going to church anymore. I don't care what new information, what new knowledge we all found, and this is this and this is that. But at the end of the day, you can't deny, as a race, as a group of people, we were most successful when we went to church. And ain't nothing you can do about that. I'll die on that hill. You feel me? Because Black Wall Street and all that wasn't built just out of nowhere. You feel me? These people got together, created a plan, executed that plan, but y'all not realizing that all this started inside a church house. I, you know, this is why when they burnt these places, the first place they burnt was the church. The church kept records. The church had everything on everybody in that town. Because for us, that is our thing. Spirituality is what black people, or whatever you want to call us, man. That's what we do. And when we do that, and when we stick to that, you see the shit that we build. The minute we get out of the church, look at the shit that's happening. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care what you want to say about it. Nothing can change us except getting our ass back into that church house. Now, understanding that we got new knowledge and new information and understanding about where this shit come from, how this shit supposed to go, that doesn't escape the fact that we were more together as a people and more successful when we all went to church. So, take that. You know what I'm saying? We all on this whole spiritual kick, and I understand we got a lot of church traumas. You feel me? But look at it like this, man. We always talk about conspiracies and all this, other shit. Maybe that was a plan from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say they didn't plant people in these different black churches across the globe because they couldn't burn them down no more? So who's to say that they didn't send in plants to help destroy the church from the inside, to cause chaos, to do things that should have never been done to people? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever asked yourself, like, where some of these niggas come from who started a lot of these churches? What's their backgrounds? You know what I'm saying? I think once we lost control of the church, we lost ourselves as a people. Because that was our home base. That was the one place we all had together where we can come, fellowship, and get along. We didn't have all this violence and extra shit when we all went to church. So, you know, we don't know what else to say about it, you know what I'm saying? But that was just something I had on my mind, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, the answer for us is to get our ass back to church. But as you see, we've been tricked out of doing that. We all caught up in being this and being that. You know what I'm saying? Going to church ain't about being Christian. Going to church ain't about, you know, taking what's in that book and holding it to, face value. Believing every single thing this book say. Going to church is more so about growing as a people. You know what I'm saying? Churches, we used to develop and grow good individuals, you know what I'm saying? Successful people came out of the church. But now, look where we at. Look what we got. We ain't even got the church no more. That's the one thing that's going to save us. Because the church wasn't just a place of worship, you know what I'm talking about, for us. It was a place of gathering. It was a place of learning. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. And then all of a sudden it switched. We let greedy people take over. It became about money. It became about power. It became about fame. And we lost sight about what was really going on. It was creating a better person. It was making sure the community was good. It was creating places like Black Wall Street. You feel me? All this started from the church house. You know what I'm saying? And now we all, once again, separated and divided, and not even going to the one place, you know what I'm talking about, that really is going to help us as black people. Because we all running around nowadays talking about we the true children of God and this, that, and the third, but the only time it was truly shown is when we were in church. That's when we actually walked, talked, and acted like what we calling ourselves now. So, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of motherfuckers not going to agree with it. But truth is truth. And it is what it is. At the end of the day, that's what's going to save us. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not talking about in the aspect of, oh, Jesus is the only thing. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about baptism or none of that, none of that. I'm literally talking about the whole aspect of what we used to do as a church community, as a people who came together and worshiped and, and prayed and, and built. Like everything from our community started from the church, even because the church used to be our banks. The church used to be our record keepers. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like they really tricked us out of church because they realized, like, what was the most powerful thing in our community? What was keeping us together? What was holding us up? And it was the church. Can't prove me wrong, especially here in the South. That church house is what was building and keeping us and having us thrive as a people. And then it got corrupted. Now, was it from the inside? Some of it. Was it from outside influences? Some of it. But ain't none of us caught on to it. They gave you all this new information. Oh, well, this was created in this time. Well, this person really did this, and this was ain't even this. And dudes will debate all day about why this book and all this is false, but forgetting the whole point of, hey, man, we were together at one point because of this book, because of the church. Irregardless of how it got to us, how it came to us, whatever you want to say, man, truth is the truth. We as a people thrived despite of everything else that was going on. We always had the church to turn to. And now we just out here letting it go to waste. That's where our blessings and true essence lie. That's where we were able to come together and share our gifts and talents and, you know what I'm saying? Like, we depend on these people for so much, and it's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like Mm. Cause think about it. That young, charismatic young man who had a voice that people wanted to listen to and people followed, all of a sudden, instead of him being in a place of peace, a place of, you know what I'm saying, fellowship and being able to shine in his gift, now he in the streets. He out there in the world, you feel me? Still using his gift, but now it's putting him in danger. Because as we all know, a lot of these dudes who, die broke. You know what I'm talking about? Especially out there in the industry. Ain't too many of them that, die with their money. But on the flip side, not being funny, but you don't see too many. Back in the day, I'm going to put it like this. You didn't see too many pastors who were doing the right thing die in poverty. You didn't see the people around him being impoverished, you feel me? It's only when money and greed came into play in the church house. And, when you didn't have nowhere else to go, you didn't have nobody else to turn to, you had the church to turn to, you feel me? And now, and I'm just speaking truly just to, black people, man. Because y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know deep in y'all heart, no matter how much you fight it, you need to get your butt back in church. And then now, with all this new information that you gathered, you can truly share and fellowship, and we can actually get this shit together. Because my thing is, even with, the new understanding that I have about the way this thing works, when I read the Bible and hear, scriptures and stuff like that, it's interpreted different to me. You know what I'm saying? I see the deeper meaning and understanding behind it, you feel me? I don't look at it as, oh, this is just bullshit that written by, like everything is written by man. Everything is false and true at the same time, just depending on what spectrum you're on and how you look at the shit, you feel me? And how you take it in and utilize this information. You know what I'm saying? So, stop running. Me, myself included. You feel me? We got to stop running and rebuild the church. If we say we are the people we say we are, you know what I'm saying, then this is the only way we gonna succeed, man. The longer we take to do this, shit gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really time to stop playing and stop running. Like, we can all say, I don't mess with that religion thing. Nah, it's an excuse. That's what they want us to do. Think about it. When we were at our most powerful as a people, we were in the church. When we were at our most brilliant as a people, we were in the church. I don't care how you feel about it. Facts are facts. Whether it be the mosque, whether it be whatever, we were in a holy place. And this is why we thrived. And this is why we were able to build cities and do things that people couldn't understand. How people who've been held down and beat could thrive. But now, we scared because of the shit we've done, because of our behaviors, because of everything we doing. We scared to go to church. That's truthfully what it is. It's not that you hate religion. It's not that you don't, I don't believe in Jesus and all this and that. You know, with your new understanding of things, what that really represents. So why not bring your butt back to church? Wear your bunk. You hear me? Well, bring that symbolism back to the church, because that might have been the missing piece to better understand what it is we down here supposed to be doing, you feel me? As a people, we've always been highly spiritual, but now we're becoming more and more mental and physical, which is fucking us off, as you see. The church was the place where we got understanding, or understanding, however y'all want to say it, man. It's a hard pill to swallow, to be honest. But the church is where we need to be. And if you don't like the way it's ran, become a collective as we used to do and put the right people in the right place so we can do the right things. Because back then we didn't have to depend on their society. Everything we needed, everything we wanted was right there in that church. You didn't need a babysitter because the church provided daycare. You didn't go hungry because the church had a storehouse where it could feed its people. And when done in the proper way, the church used to build neighborhoods, build houses for its members, which strengthened the community, which allowed us to build a Black Wall Street. I don't care how you feel. Truth is truth. Yeah, we scared. We are scared to walk back into the presence of God because we have turned our back on what we know is right just for information that may or may not truly be true. All of this is speculatory, you feel me? But it was something about us, that book, and that house of worship that made us the greatest people on this planet. But we running right now. We scared. We've let outside influence take us away from our true blessing and calling. And a lot of people argue with me, but deep inside, you know I'm right. You know, when shit used to go bad in the house, the church would come together and show up and get that thing right. We all held each other accountable for our actions and deeds. But now we on this, we gonna do what we want to do attitude. We gonna rock how we want to rock attitude. And look at us. Where's it gotten us? We ain't successful as a people. We got weird ass pastors out here going to Diddy parties. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we got people in positions that they shouldn't be in, but we too scared to do anything about it. You know, you claim that, oh, I don't because, you know, your trauma. Man, you grown now. You know and I know the best place we all need to be to make sure the next generation is where it needs to be is back in that church. The further we get from this church, the worse off we are. It started in the 80s, and it's just been a trickle-down effect. I really don't even know what else to say. I'm truthfully just rambling, to be honest. But, yeah, you know, that was what was on my heart today, man. Truth be told, we need to get our shit together, man. You know. Because now it's just, it's crazy. But everybody's so spiritual, though. But it ain't helping us do nothing. You know. But can't deny it. As a people, when we was in that church, couldn't nobody stop us. You know, that's really all I got to say for today, man. I'll let y'all later, man.